to the Oracle of the Tides, and like the tides and the waters, it comes to you right on time. I have a channel message for you. Wasn't going to go in the direction of love, but here we are. So let's get into it. For my divine feminine, you have that karmic lurking right back. For a lot of you guys, they realize they made a mistake. They are going through it. They are going through it. Also, when it comes to their body, they could possibly be sick right now, whether it's a flu or they caught something. But their body is going through it. A lot of it has to do with all the energy they've been putting out, and a lot of things coming back to them. For a lot, there was always a third party. There was a third party in their ear, talking, and sometimes a third party. I know a lot of times we assume, which usually is the case, a third party comes in and, you know, oh, they're bad for you, he's bad for you, she's bad for you. And a lot of times that third party comes in and they really, in their eyes, they feel like they're trying to help them. Where it's like, I don't know about this, maybe you take your time. You know, sometimes a lot of people come feeling that they're bringing gifts, but instead it might be the opposite. So in this case, this person is finding clarity. They're realizing, okay, for one section, there are people literally in their ear, mentors saying, okay, well, we care about you. We're trying to look out for you. We want to make sure that you're okay, mostly for themselves, because they know that that person that they love, whether it's their family, their friend, they need to do the work. They need to do the work. And they realize, okay, listen, all the stuff that you've been experiencing spiritually is now coming back on you physically, you know. And they've been thinking about that. And there's a lot of this divine masculine there's a lot of things they want to say, but there's so much pride. And there's possibly a distance between you and this person. Both I want to say spiritually, but I want to say also, I feel more like physically, whether you're taking a break, but I feel like this could be in another state. It feels like it's in another state. There is a distance, or yeah, I want to say it just feels like they're in another state. Not for all of you guys, but for the majority. Not for all of you guys, but for the majority, it's in another state. Possibly a long distance relationship. Possibly a long distance relationship. Confession. Family. They do have family that care about them, and this family doesn't always have to be like blood. This could be also in a spiritual sense, and friends, you know. But be mindful, my babies. Be mindful. If you decide to get caught up in a trap, male or female, you know, decide, is this for shallow reasons? You know, you're thinking about the intimacy. They can come in and say all the right things, and you know, you're thinking about the sweet memories and intimacy, and you're fantasizing about all the things that you used to experience and all the time you had together, but mostly the conversation, heavy on conversation, stimulation. But, you know, sometimes it's more than just conversation. You just can't. We love stimulation. We love mental stimulation. We love it. We love it. We love it. But at the end of the day, where's those conversations going? Are you really compatible? Is it just sweet nothings and heavy on the sweet nothings? And also realism, like being realistic about your goals. For a lot of you guys, it's mostly like a misconnection where you possibly want something, but things aren't working out. And there's three roads. There's the roads left travel, where you are traveling by yourself solo. Sorry, honey, you know. And you have to take some time to nourish yourself. And I'm feeling a resistance because it's not something you want to do. You want to make things work. You want to start a family. You are ready, you know. But I feel that there is something else that needs to be handled. Heavy on the hospital, getting yourself checked out. And also heavy on family. There might be something about family. Let's see. Heavy on family. I don't know if there's a family that does not want to approve of this, or parking lot, yeah, debating. Maybe someone, the conversation has to be had, yeah. Family, some of you guys, family wants you to more focus on time. Once again, one of those conversations where I mentioned about the third party. Not every third party is doom and gloom and they mean, you know, malicious intent. Sometimes it's like, you know, I want the best for you. Are you doing the work? You know, because sometimes your friends, you know, will, your friends will like tell you what you want to hear, you know, but your family, you know, will be like, okay, well, I know you and your shit stinks, you know. I'm not one of your little friends, as your mom would say, you know, and these are the things you need to do. Like, you hurt that man, you hurt that woman, you know. You have a lot of mother issues, you have a lot of father wounds, you know. You need to work on these things, whatever the case may be. And I'm also picking up energies of those friends who did see what the heck was going on. It's kind of like you dropped the ball on this one, and those same friends might have went along with your shenanigans, but they went on in like a new relationship. They're in a new relationship. They're happy, and you know, you're sitting back like, damn, weren't you with me, Kiki, and you know, cackling about this shit and talking about how I played this person and all this other different stuff, and you're like, it cut off on me. So that's how I know I really got to get this message out there. Yeah, your friends, some of your friends, went on about their business because you were entertainment. They knew that you were a knucklehead, and you know, some of them probably see you as like a clown and a fuck up. So, and they know that you assume like, oh, they walk around like they're so cool doing these toxic things, but you're literally their entertainment. And now you're stuck, you're withdrawn. You know, you're trying to figure out how to bridge the gap. And for others, that's your other person experiencing this. You know, they're trying to find a way. How can they weasel back in? How can they connect that silver cord? I'm picking up that silver cord to connect with you. And a lot of times people come back with sweet nothings and, you know, hey, let's go out for coffee. And that's all good when you have the right motives and intentions. But some of them come back with a lot of arrogance, you know. And even also be mindful of those who mask coming back like they changed and they did not, you know. They're hoping to ride off the memories and the intimacy, and it's all shallow, you know. But there are others, for the others, heavy picking on regretful of a lot of different things. So it's a mixed bag. Someone don't know what to do. Also picking up heavy air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Heavily on the placement, also means the desire to communicate, but heavy on air placements. Yes, they are silent. You got some silent observers too. Let's see. Actually, let's pull from this deck, the water deck. Collective. What is the message? Pull from you. Let's see. Top of the deck. Ooh. Worry about your house, baby. Heavy on the physical house. Make sure that I'm also picking up pregnancy. Third time, y'all. I gotta hurry up and get this message out before it cuts off a fourth time. But I was saying, pregnancy, something about 2 to 3. There could be 2 to 3 kids. Side note, if you have kids, making sure that you give them a checkout, just in case, but mostly for your body. Heavy on the pregnancy. I don't know if you're 2 to 3 months or weeks pregnant or something, but heavy on pregnancy. Be careful of entrapment. Be careful of entrapment. People coming towards you, knowing that, you know, trying to change your energy, your destiny. I mean, regardless, you're gonna do what you gotta do. You know, you're gonna get stuff done if you have the motivation to do it. Just being mindful of the energy and them not trying to exchange the energy of your destiny for their own. Yeah. Fill your well. Be careful of them draining your well and your supplies. Heavy on the supplies, baby. Heavy on supplies. Sagittarius. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say like fire sign, but it could be a Sagittarius. Be mindful. Heavy on a Sagittarius or heavy Sagittarius placement. Drying up your well. Burning too hot. That can work both ways. Both passionately in a way where they just want to constantly drain you, by constantly being intimate, so you're not doing anything, and then suddenly you're dried up, and then they'll get you riled again to fuel your fire, and you don't even realize you're on a loop. You're somewhere in la la land and ecstasy and a fantasy, just, and we all like a good time, but where is this energy going? You filled your well, you filled it. This is your energy that you have stored up to drink from it from yourself. It is okay to be selfish. It is okay to be selfish. Yes, Mercury retrograde. They're trying to switch that energy up. The shit that they're going through, they're trying to get out of it. They're trying to use your energy and your supplies to get out of that situation. That is wild. It's gonna come to light. You know what? It might get a little worse before it gets better, but someone is gonna come and say something. I'm also picking up heavy on an ant. It could be like an ant figure or someone with that type of energy or respect, where they come and they tell you something. Either they're gonna tell, that ant's gonna tell them about themselves, hoping that they'll do the right thing. That karmic, it's heavy on, and this can also be like a spiritual leader or auntie in spirit that they, go to and talk to, but they ain't listening. It's yes, auntie, I'm listening, but they're in the back of their mind, they're still figuring out, well, how can I flip it? How can I, use their energy to get out of that situation? Yeah, water energy, go to the river. Cleansing, protect your space, protect your rune, protect your energy, protect your supplies. Listen, possession. Are they a benefit or a liability to your source, honey? Sometimes you gotta cut the cord, tell you sweet nothings and everything like that, but where are you going? And I feel like if you don't nip it in the bud now, then later on in the year, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be realizing, well, what happened? We were just fine a minute ago. We were just, singing and dancing and holding hands and everything like that. No, I am not against a good time, and people coming in, going on dates, whatever, but heavy on someone coming to drink from your cup, drink from your waters. We're not doing that. Cycles. Look at that in reverse. Breaking the cycles. And the other side, a doctor, baby. Go see your elder, what I pull one more card. Treacherous past. Look at that. Go see your people. Get your confirmation. Get your clarity. And for some, you might need to yep, look what it said. Third, yeah, this is the last time. See what they have to say. Go talk to them. And in some cases, for some of you guys, you might want to go see a new doctor, or a new spiritual doctor. Maybe no shade to the one that you usually go to, but I feel like some of you guys need to get a second opinion in a way where I'm just picking up heavy on fresh eyes and not too close to you in certain energies. You might run in the same circles, but heavy on going to see a new occult doctor, two-headed doctor, whoever you want to call it, baby. A different advisor to tell you. They may even have something to say about, as I was saying, they may even have something to share with you about the person that you usually go to. And that's not me trying to stir the pot. It's just, they may want to tell you like, hey, you may rely too heavily on this one person where you are no longer making your own choices, and we're all for, like, we have those people who'll tell you the play-by-play, but also it's very important that you stand like confident in your choices, that you're not so addicted to relying on someone else to make choices for you, and that they are absolutely 100% without a doubt going to shift you into the reality that you want. You have to do the work. You have to be confident in just the choices that you make, All right, that is your message. I'm going to cut it right here before this video cuts me off for the 15th time. Until next time, listen to what the tides have to teach you. All right, take care.